Let me guess. You're here because you want a career in music, but you don't think you're gonna make it because you can't even get 500 streams. Nah, the truth is, that's only one side of the bag. For those of you who don't know me, my name is LoNdoN, music producer and your guide to the music business without all the gatekeeping. If this sounds like you might want to stick around. You can also follow me and my brother Zen for more fire music and tips like this at A.M.N Pro Beats on IG and TikTok. Let's get into it. On today's episode of Learning with LoNdoN, we're going to talk about one of the most confusing and misunderstood topics in all of the music industry. And that, my friends, is publishing royalties. But no need to fear, LoNdoN is here. By the end of this episode, I am confident that you are going to understand exactly what publishing royalties are, what organizations you should join in order to receive them, and most importantly, how you get paid. So first of all, we have to discuss exactly what publishing royalties are, because there's different types of royalties in the industry. Publishing royalties are royalties that are paid to the writer and composer. What makes a writer and composer? That's a great question. A writer is a person who contributes to the creative process by writing lyrics. Composers contribute to the creative process in other means. So they can create music, they can create the structure of the song, they can create melodies or different parts of the song. All of that is kind of linked into one bucket. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about who these publishing royalties are being paid to. Performance royalties are royalties that are paid to you, the artist, for the performance of your song. So that means whenever you go on tour, when you have a concert, you're going to get paid for it. Also, when your song is played live in public places, these count towards performance royalties as well. Really simple concept. I don't think anybody's confused here. So we're going to move on. Next up is mechanical royalties. And these are really easy for artists to understand because they are the most common. Mechanical royalties are royalties that are paid to you for the sale of your song. And that doesn't matter whether it's a stream, CD, vinyl, download. The physical sale of your song is what we're focusing on here. So whenever you get paid from places like Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, these are the types of royalties we're talking about. The thing about these is that they're really just not that much. That is why it is crucial to find other ways to rely on a steady income in the industry. Next, you got sync royalties. It's something that's not widely thought by a lot of independent musicians, but I feel like this is a great area to discuss because this is where you can actually really make some money. Sync licensing, for those who don't know, is when you as the artist submit your song and it's synchronized to some sort of visual. So we're talking about TV, film, gaming, commercial, ads, things like that. And it's actually a lot more common than you would believe. So again, anytime your song is played for any of these visuals, guess who gets bank? You do. And the best part about it is you actually get money up front for your song as well. Lastly, we're going to talk about print royalties. And I feel like print royalties is probably the most misunderstood and also the least common. Print royalties are royalties that are paid to you for the sale or license of sheet music and lyrics. Now that we understand the 4 different types of publishing royalties, let's talk about who actually pays them to you and what organizations you need to join in order to get paid. Performance royalties are paid to you by PROs, performance royalty organizations. These are pretty common and you've probably heard of them before. There are 3 PROs in the US. Those are going to be ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC. Now, CSAC is invitation only, and I ain't never got invited to the party. So I guess we can only talk about ASCAP and BMI. Do your research because there's pros and cons to joining both, although they both are basically responsible for doing the same thing. Next, you got mechanical royalties, and you guessed it, they're paid to you by mechanical rights organizations. Nah, LoNdoN, you wrong. Bro, I get paid from Apple. I get paid by Spotify. I get paid by SoundCloud. I don't need no mechanical rights organization. You do. And you know why you do? Because that's only some of your money. That's not all of it. There are 2 types of organizations that pay for mechanical royalties in the US. The Mechanical Licensing Collective, also known as the MLC, they are going to pay for the digital sale of your song through streaming. The Harry Fox Agency, now don't quote me because I've never actually sold physical copies of music, but I believe they're responsible for the physical sales. So that's going to be your CDs, your vinyl. I don't know what else because we ain't got tapes no more. Sync royalties are handled by PROs. So the great thing about it is if you submit your music for sync licensing, you're already covered as long as you're signed up. Print royalties are handled by music publishers. So it's very, very important to understand, as independent artists, you are also the publisher of your music. But for the sake of this, I just want you to understand that you're going to be responsible for collecting your own print royalties. And I believe those are paid to you directly from the people who are reproducing and selling your sheet music and your lyrics. If you've made it this far in the video, congratulations for caring about your own career and making sure that you take the necessary steps to get paid. One of the biggest mistakes I see independent artists make is not signing up for all of these organizations in order to collect on all ends. I'm going to walk you through what you need to do next. First, you're going to sign up for your PRO. Remember, it's ASCAP or BMI. Next, you're going to sign up for the MLC. Third, what you want to do is sign up for Sound Exchange. And as a bonus, you might want to actually consider looking into musical distribution platforms or music publishing services. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that bell and subscribe. By the way, if you have any questions or comments, be sure to drop them below and I'll make sure I get back to you and follow up in future videos. See you next time.